Alright, I've already preloaded the screen. So when you start, you'll start off on what I call the field of play, which for me at the minute is this green grass here. In the center here, which I've highlighted, is the train symbol, which is where every time you load in your game is where it will start straight away. Okay, let's explain the tab boxes. In tab box 1, you've got your object tools. These will give you your houses, your set platforms, your signals, your bridges, etc., etc. And they will appear in this section here, which I'll talk about as and when. Your next section is your track, which will give you them options. Once again I'll talk about them later, but that'll give you your track, your roads, to create a platform, your fences, your airplane routes, waters and rivers. Your next one is your painting tools. These will give you your landscape, heights, hills, to flatten, to paint, etc., etc. You'll learn them as you go along. And the last one, which I'm not going to click on at the minute, is your scenario tools. These will give you your trains to play with, and whatever whatever you've started at the option, the first one, that will be loaded in. But once again I'll talk about that as we go on. Now, all we want to do first of all is just create a track. So I've selected the track. I've then going to look for that one. All these will vary depending on your choice. I'm just going to have a 2. This is tab box 2. This tab box 3. And in here, at the first one is how many tracks you want to lay, and if you want to stick to the terrain, which will be important later on, and whether you want to connect tracks and manual switches. But we're just going to create a very simple 2-track system. Now over here, which is tab box 4, and I always blinking forget about, is your important options. These tell you your speeds. Is it a main line? Is it a yard? Is it a passenger? Is it a freight line? And this is more important because I always forget this. For any electric trains that you run, you do need your overhead wires, your 3rd rail or 4th rail. It will not work if you don't have one of them selected. So I'm going to do overhead wires, and then you don't need to do, I don't really play much about with these, it's just left unsaid. So let's just create a route. So there's the tracks where they're going to go, but if you want to change them, you just left click it, spin it around to whatever direction you want, and then it'll just disappear. Don't worry, it is there, and you just set it off in whatever direction you want. There you go. So there's my track. It's just a simple everyday one. You don't need to do much else here.